Guru, it was announced that Toys R Us will be closing 182 stores. I understand that the location in our area, near Hamilton Township, will remain open. But why are 182 Toys R Us stores closing?
You know, when I was a kid, going into Toys R Us was like heaven on earth. You know, wall-to-wall toys. It was such a great experience, and I can't help it. When I think of Toys R Us being in the news and having the financial problems they are, there's a certain sadness that comes over me. But the truth of the matter and the reality here is that Toys R Us had filed for bankruptcy back in September of 2017. So they're struggling badly, and part of that is because they're heavily saddled with debt. And they've had some investors come in to try to turn things around, but their sales performance during the holiday season was not strong, and that's really what's spelling trouble here. And now they're at a point where they're closing 20% of their stores, which means a lot of people are potentially getting laid off. And I think the reality of our world right now, particularly for Toys R Us, it's really hard to compete against giants like Walmart when it comes to brick and mortar stores, because people are in Walmart and stores like that shopping. They are not going to leave there specifically to go to a toy store to pick up their, holiday gifts for kids. It's just not what happens. And what's even harder is the online sales when you're going up against, the colossal Amazon that's taking over the world, which you and I have talked about. So as more and more people are not going to stores, the first reaction is not, let me go to the Toys R Us website to buy whatever they're looking for. The go-to is Amazon. And Amazon is selling everything that Toys R Us is. So if you know what you want, then you can get it on Amazon. So I don't think the prospects here are good for Toys R Us. I think closing the stores are going to reduce costs, but they need to generate more sales. And the direction they're going is not to do that by closing stores. And I think their best option would be more online sales. But again, with Amazon in the picture, that's really tough. So I just don't think, King, that Toys R Us is going to be able to compete in the long term. And I would say the future for them is looking pretty bleak.